Alright, hello everyone. So this video's purpose is to kind of talk about how much Lunacy do you actually need for the Arknights and Limbus company collab. And I will talk about a lot of math here, and I will have some assumptions, and I'll just state them as we go along. But it's basically just words, and the calculations are done for you. So all you need to do is just watch, right? So let's start off with the absolute worst case scenario. Let's say in 200 pulls you did not get a single one, you spark 1, 200 pulls no one, spark 2, 200 pulls no one, spark 3, 200 pulls no one, spark 4. This is the worst of the worst situation. You straight up did not get any single person in 200 pulls, and then you times that by 4. Okay, so that will be 104,000 lunacy in total. So yeah, this number is ridiculous. It means that you are literally like maybe 1 in a million kind of player. You are the worst luck character in the entirety of our actual real life universe. That's how bad you need to actually get in order to hit here. Alright, it's really, really bad. Okay, so now that you know the absolute worst case scenario, let's try and lessen that down so that we make it a lot easier for you. Alright, one freebie. In gacha games, it's very common when you collab to give one free welfare unit. So in Epic 7, Soul Bad Guy was given for free, then you just pull for Dizzy and Baiken. And then for Girls Front 9, they give you 2 characters for free actually for the Division collab, and then after that you need to go and buy the skins. Their models a bit different from ours, so you can't really compare for this one and Limbus, but it is a nice little thing to go and see. And then for Arknights and Rainbow Six Siege, they give the Chanka for free, and then you need to pull for Ash and one more person that I can't remember the name of. Alright, and they also collab with Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter you had 1 free unit again, and then you also have to go and pull for someone else. Okay, so this is the norm in gacha games, and I expect Limbus company to also follow this norm. So you can expect -1. Congratulations, that lowers it to 78,000. Very nice, but also still quite a dangerous looking number. So now let's talk about the earnings. How much lunacy do you actually earn if you were to just F2P it, if you were to just buy battle passes only and whatnot. So let's talk about the first part here, which is your battle pass. For battle pass, I calculate for myself, which means that I buy every single battle pass from here until Arknights, which means that I will get a total of 1950. For free-to-play players, you only get 650. You don't get any of this other stuff over here, right? So 650 times 3, that's a rough amount of seasons I think that the battle passes will run for. So if I take this number times 3, then this would be the number you totally get in terms of lunacy by that point. Alright, so 5k, very nice. Moving on, we have the mirror dungeon and maintenance. Maintenance, we always assume is 300, but actually sometimes they give you 600, sometimes they give you 1300 and so on. So can't really say that it's always going to be 300, but I also don't know how to calculate for those kinds of things, and it can be a clean month for P-Moon, or it can be a very nasty month for P-Moon where they make bugs after bugs after bugs, then they just give you 1300, 1300, 1300. It happens less frequently nowadays, but it could happen anytime, right? So this is assuming only 300. This was taken from the Limbus help, Limbus Hivemind Discord. Yep. They did the math for some calculations for efficiency of packs. So I just took this part over here. I divided it by 4, I times it by 12, assuming 1 year, and then 50,400 lunacy. But actually, it should be 11 or 10 because it's in, I think, September, October, right? So yeah, just change this number accordingly, but you will get around here anyway because of the lunacy from maintenance being very inconsistent. It could be a good month, it could be a bad month. You could get different amounts of lunacy here. Alright, so roughly around here, that will be the amount you get, right? Then we also have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. These are going to be the stories that I know will happen. Okay, so we are getting some reruns here, right, for this one. Oh, sorry, this is not a story. This one is a merry-go-round, which is Refraction Railway. But we will get other stories in the future, so you can just assume I'm talking about something else here. So some reruns here, like Miracle and Blade Lineage here, they are adding a hard mode. I don't know if the hard mode number is different. I'm just assuming it's going to give you 650 lunacy as per all of the regular story modes right now. And there's also going to be the 2 new ones. I don't know if the new ones will have normal and hard mode at the same time. If they do have both of them, then you can double dip the lunacy, otherwise it's just one time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you can just put this 6 option over here somewhere. There's definitely 1 or 2 stories over here. We will get about 3,900 lunacy, and there will be more for sure in the future. Alright, there will be a lot more lunacy in the future, assuming that they only give you 650 for every single clear. And I already mentioned all the little details here already. But yeah, this number here is just a ballpark number. There's definitely going to be more. Maybe you can even jump this up to 6k, 7k if you are if you're hoping that P-Moon will actually do a shit ton of story content in between now to Arknights or something like that. Okay, so the next one is thanks to Captain Ishmael from Limbus Help. He was able to help me find the past Walpurgis Night rewards. So you are getting 2,580 in lunacy, but 16 of them is going to be tickets. And then 500 Lunacy is from the, I think, the hard mode dungeon. So if you manage to full clear Walpurgis Night event, you will get this amount over here, and then you times it by 2. It should be 3, but I put 2 because I'm lowballing the number here, and I'm putting 5160 here. Okay. Next one is Refraction Railway. I'm assuming again 2 Refraction Railways, but in total you will get 40 pulls, which is 5,200. One of the pulls is a 3-star guarantee, not really too interesting for this calculation, but 5,200 times 2, that might be 3, so you can times by 3 and then you get 10,400. Then for events, I couldn't find details, so I cannot calculate for events. But I lowball all the numbers, and this is the number you actually get. You get 70,510. And because I lowball every number, you can expect this number to rise up to maybe 80k, 85k, even 90k if you are really expecting a very good year for P Moon, right? So there's a lot of good amounts of Lunacy coming in, even if you're F2P, even if you nuke this Battle Pass part over here, this 5850 to only 650 times 3, then you will still get quite a significant amount if you just full save. So you can totally amass a significant amount of Lunacy, and I'm here to tell you also that you probably don't need that much, right? So the egos, right, 1.3% to get an ego. Our ego system is so unique in a gacha game environment. Most gacha games, they let you get dupes, let you get constellations, let you get some sort of stat bonuses if you get extra of that unit, or they just give you an extra resource if you get that unit. For us, we do have the extra resource stuff, but not for egos. Because our egos, we straight up cannot get another ego duplicate ever. If you get an ego, it is a unique ego, and you cannot get a duplicate ego. If you get Pursuance Assault, he is gone forever. You can never ever pull another Pursuance Assault. And that is why our ecosystem is one of the best systems in the entire game, really. The fact that we're getting an Arknights collab and it's only egos just makes it even better, because these are the possible pulls as of this banner, which is Fell Bullet and Dulcinea Rodion. So we have 23 possible egos that you can get from this season from that banner, right? So those egos, if you take them out, you actually -1. So you take out maybe like Lantern Gregor, you already got him, -1. You already have Contempt or Ryoshu, -1, and so on and so forth. Just keep minusing, and then if there's only 4 egos from Arknights, you add that to this pool over here. That will be the number of egos you're competing with in order to get the Arknights egos. So because of this system, we actually don't need that much Lunacy in order to get these characters. No joke. The next slide is a for fun one, but I'm just showing how hard it is to get 4 5-stars in Honkai Star Rail, for example. Honkai Star Rail, the creep is a lot more significant than Limbus. In Limbus, you can legit use the old units and you can just clear anyway. But in Honkai Star Rail, it is pretty big when you don't have a new unit. So in that case, right, what they take to get 4 5-stars with no guaranteed character in the next 50-50 is around 377 using Monte Carlo simulation. So usually you will be around here, 300-400 pulls in order to try and hit one of these 5-stars. So yeah, in their case, right, it's going to be a lot harder to hit their units than it is for us. Okay, so our realistic Lunacy amount, if I only need to pull for 2, right, it's 52k. But I ran through ChatGPT, so this could be correct or wrong, but I double checked with some coders and my number is very generous. As in, like, I put it pretty damn high. You only need 42,900 pulls. But I asked one coder friend of mine, he said that if you actually dispense every single ego out, you would actually be able to get all of the egos with only 220 or 250, the exact same as a Walpurgis Night getting every single character. So that means that if you just dispense every single ego out of the possible pool, you actually can just increase your odds of getting the ego by a shit ton, and then you can save a shit ton of pulls for trying to get the Arknights egos. So this number here is also a ballpark number, 42,900, and it could be higher or lower depending on your luck. But this number here, compared to the 70k that I showed you earlier, that is going to be quite a big difference, right? It gives you about 30k-ish difference, and I lowballed this 70k number, right? 30k-ish difference for you to go and just do whatever you want with it. You can go and pull Walpurgis, you can go and refresh stamina, you can do whatever the hell you want. Like, it is a lot of leeway, and it does not actually mean you need to hardcore save for Arknights. You will have a very, very high chance to get every single one of them. So that's very, very good news for you. But I once again did this calculation with only 1.3% fixed probability. But if you look at the actual banners, right, every time a new ego comes, you actually get 50% rate up on the units that are on the banner, which means that when the Arknights unit comes, they all get 50% rate up, and that means that you have a very, very good chance of getting every single one of them. It is really, really good for us. So that means that this number here, the one I calculated 1.3%, lower this number by quite a bit, because those Arknights Eagles with the lowered pool with the increased rate of getting them is going to be very, very good for us. And other stuff to talk about, Arknights, personally, it always gives you, I think, 20 pulls on this banner only. So it's 20 pulls for the collab banner only, and you cannot use it for any other banner. So you would probably just dump 20 pulls there and pray that you hit it, and then the headhunt times 1, so you get 1 single pull every single day for 14 days. So maybe Limbus company will do something like that. Maybe. If they don't do it, doesn't matter. But if they do it, very awesome. It's just like role playing in Arknights, right? Limbus just becoming Arknights for a few moments. Okay, so that's pretty much it, really. The duration until Arknights, there's still so much room for all these other events in the middle that really you don't have to worry about full hardcore saving, not pulling any Walpurgis. You totally have some leeway to do it, and realistically, you just need to get around 300 pulls, maybe 200 something pulls, and then you just get everyone from the Arknights banner. It is really not that big of a deal, and if you just start saving now, this is the amount you get, and this is the lowball number. You can totally get way higher than this. So yeah, this is fine, honestly. Like, I don't think it's doom and gloom. It is possible for them to add more monetization in the future, but I feel like if they add more than this too quickly, it will get quite a lot of backlash. So I doubt that they will do too much changes to their monetization system before Arknights already hits, right? So if we assume all conditions from now until then stay roughly the same, then you are in a good spot already. You are already watching this video, you already know how much you need to save, and you will have enough by the time Arknights comes. And unless you are the bottom 1% of society in terms of luck, then you will definitely get all of them. Like me, I already have 40k Lunacy in my pocket. I'm expected to get, what, 70k plus Lunacy? I'm definitely getting all 4 of them. Like, there's no way I can legit just use like 40k on Walpurgis already, and I'll still have enough for the Arknights banner. So yeah, please don't don't bring it out of control. You have very, very good odds just because it's the Eagles, and our Eagle system is really one of a kind in gacha games. There could be 1 or 2 gacha games that have this kind of thing, but I really don't know too much about that. And also, this is combination with the fact that P-Moon is a very, very generous company, usually gives us quite a lot of stuff, right? It gives us maintenance pools, gives us whatever pools. Like, yeah, it's very, very easy for us to actually save up and get all of the Arknights Eagle stuff. So the only thing I want to say is just keep it in the back of your head. Make sure you remember how much pools you actually roughly need. Around 200, maybe around 300, depending on how many Eagles you have from the possible pools. And then after that, you will be able to just be comfortably playing the game and just do your dailies, and nothing has ever changed for you, except that you, in the back of your mind, remember that Arknights is coming and you have a very nice stash of Lunacy and you're going to hit every single one of them. Alright, so that's going to be it, I think, for this video. If I made any mistakes here, then feel free to just correct me in the comment section, and I hope that this gives you a little bit more confidence that you can actually get all of these characters here. It is literally 1 year warning. We have 1 year to prepare for this thing over here, so yeah, you can totally save up until this point. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye bye.